What's up, y'all? Sacred mirror time. I am a quantum sacred mirror reflection of you. You are a sacred mirror of me. This is the quantum field, right? Everything in this reality is a reflection of you. So my name is Jody Teresa. If you're new here, hi. If you're returning, welcome back. How my messages work, I share a little bit about my experience, my human journey, and I've been told that my collective will be in resonance with that, and there will be a message within. And then Mary Magdalene and the Ascended Masters channel through for a message. So this is about expectations. Where are you holding so tightly onto expectations that you're getting in your own way? I've been doing that this week and judging myself so much. And I think it has a lot to do with the full moon also releasing a lot of stuck energy there. And I heard this recently, and in my collective, Heaven on Earth collective group, we were talking about it, like why it's so frustrating when we go through things that we thought we already dealt with. And I just heard recently, and I heard it a while ago, but forgot, it's a spiral. Healing is a spiral. So we're always going to bump up against the ego and the subconscious wounds. We make them quieter, right? The more we become aware of them, or the awareness, the detached observer comes in, and where you can just see those patterns more easily, and they're not running the show. And that's where you're accessing your God self, right? Being the observer, because otherwise you're going to let those patterns run you and you're going to react from those spaces. But now it's in a space that I am getting to where we see them more easily, but it doesn't mean that they don't poke their head up and try to control, because that's what they want. And for me, holding these expectations of how things need to look, how things need to go, how things should go. I just launched my Heaven on Earth collective group monthly membership, and I have a good chunk of people in there for my first, I think it's 5 days, and I need to celebrate that and be proud. But I started to get into stress and worry and like, oh my gosh, why? Also, running it, I was like, am I qualified for this? I don't know. Am I good enough? No, I don't know. And then it's like, ultimately, I do know I'm good enough. And this is what my highest divine self, the Ascended Masters, Mary Magdalene, have been channeling through me to step into. And every time that I've listened and said yes to that inner knowing calling, I am rewarded. And so getting out of the way of how it looks and trusting that process has been so hard. And I've been experiencing this speed up in the manifestation of the quantum field reflecting what I'm holding. And that's probably true for you too, if you're here receiving this message. And I notice when I go into that place of judgment, lack of self-worth, I see lack in the quantum field so much faster. And as soon as I can shift and become aware of that, I see that shift as well. And the yesterday was really hard. It was like these patterns coming up and really looking at them and seeing where I've tried to control things in my life and how debilitating that actually is to the process. It's like, that saying of when you have sand in your hand, hold it loosely. But if you grip it, it's like it actually goes out of your hand faster. And it's like trying to control the process. And part of this sacred journey, embodying the new human here on earth, stepping into creating this new earth, is divine trust. Trusting the divine so deeply that it doesn't make sense to the logical mind. And it feels very scary to the nervous system, to the body, to the mind, to the ego. The parts of ourself that are used to having to control to survive, that they come up and they want to tell you you're stupid, you're dumb, what are you doing? This isn't going to work, you're going to fail. And as soon as we really feed that energy, that's what we see in the quantum field as a reflection. So I did a reading with my best friend yesterday. What is the distortion that's coming up, that's blocking me? And it was the judge and the prayer. And this is the Kim Krans archetype deck. And it was like, it was so perfect. Like, yes, I'm judging myself and I'm literally praying to that. You know, it's like worrying is praying to the problem, worshiping the problem. And that's what I was doing. And the way to unblock it was the Animus Mundi, which was about being in your Dharma, being in your light, being in that space of embodying your God source self, that sacred part of you that wants to express through always, that knows the way that your conscious mind does not. And everything works out for you. Everything aligns. And it's, you know, it's easier said than done because we're up against ourselves. I'm up against myself and it feels terrifying, but it's worth it. And I deeply trust myself at this point in my life, and I deeply trust the guidance I get from my higher self, Mary Magdalene, and the Ascended Masters, my divine team that I work with. And so yeah, that's the message. I'm excited. It's a lot. And you know, we had our first like question and answer. It was like a kind of just like let's get together and talk session in the group, my group membership, and I was literally crying like 15 minutes before, and I looked like crap, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna get on there and be real. Like I am feeling inadequate. There's so much coming up right now, and I have to be real because this is my name here is Relentlessly Authentic. Like that is part of this journey, and being the real raw you is what the world needs. Like we don't shoving down parts of ourselves and me getting on and pretending like I'm perfect and I'm so successful and everything's just perfect all the time. It's like, that's not realistic. I've said that before on here. We see that on social media. We see the perfect, polished end result a lot of the time on channels, and it's just not realistic. And a lot of times we compare ourselves to those versions, and we're like, wow, I'm not. Look where I'm at. Look where they're at. Look, they're so successful. And it's like, yeah, but that took work. That took time, dedication. So you're doing it. And it's this trust fall that we are being asked to take at this time. And we just released a lot with this full moon. And now it's time to step into what are we creating? And it's exciting. So continue to release the fears, look them in the eye and say, okay, I see you. And I'm going to keep going. Before I call in Mary Magdalene Ascended Masters, if you see this video before 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time on November 8th, Saturday, we will be doing a quantum session on self-sabotage, which I'm very excited about because it naturally came up in a couple sessions this week, and it's just divine timing for us to release it, so then we can let go more and trust the divine, trust what you're being guided to. The link will be in the bio. It's $33. It's a Zoom meeting, and if you cannot be present for the live, the replay is great. And yeah, there's a channeled message, guided meditation at the end as well, and it's great. All right. Clearing, removing any and all distorted light frequencies from the quantum field on all spaces, all timelines, any outside distorted energies, influences. Thank you. I fully step aside and allow Mary Magdalene and the Ascended Masters to channel through me fully and completely. Thank you. Hello. We are so excited you are here, this beautiful collective growing community. We are so proud of you. to be aware of your human journey and where you are stuck in distortion is massive. To notice the patterns, to see what is holding you back. These old versions of self that no longer serve you, but did serve you at a time. You are here because you are part of the collective to embody this new crystalline energy body for humanity. And as you embody that more and more, that energy ripples out and affects all of this quantum field in massive ways. And it raises the frequency of those around you. You are doing sacred work. You are doing sacred work. And we know that it is a thankless job at this time, but we want to let you know that we in the spirit world see you, we celebrate you, we are grateful that you are making the decisions to align to allowing more and more of your crystalline light codes of your fractal of God source more fully into your physical body, your cells, more and more and more. Health, vitality, abundance, wealth will align to that frequency easily and effortlessly as you do this more and more. And as Jody was guided to share, the awareness of the patterns and seeing where you're trying to control life, control the process, control the outcome is where a lot of you block your own blessings, miracles, and magic from actually magnetizing, attracting into you in the quantum field. We want you to imagine Jody was in a frequency of fear and judgment, and that is a lower vibrational frequency. And when she is in that space, the people that she's meant to attract in and work with are repelled by that energy naturally. And it's not something conscious, it is frequency and it is vibration. But when she goes into her heart and lives her dharma, lives as her authentic self, being a light called to uplift and empower those that she reaches and has soul contracts to work with, they are attracted in. It's a remembering, unconscious, subconscious of that frequency and an activation of that soul contract knowing. This happened to Jody when she worked with her mentor, Courtney Kairos. She found one of her videos like this. She had recently that day said a prayer asking God, Source, Spirit for help. And that video popped up, and then she felt immediately connected. It was a soul recognition. I need to work with this woman. She was releasing a program similar to Jody's, and Jody got an absolute yes in every cell, every fiber of her being, and she joined it, and it was life-changing for Jody. And she knew, and it didn't make sense for her to join because financially things were a little bit more in lack, constriction, but she used a credit card, put it on there, and did it, and it changed her life. And that was written into her soul contract to do that. And that's trusting. And that turned out to be priceless because now it's gotten her to where she is now. And so what are you being called to do? What's your soul urging you to do that your mind is trying to tell you not to do? We want you to be aware of where the mind is trying to control, going into fear, going into lack, and put your consciousness, light awareness on that. Feel it and bring awareness to it in a way that you release it and claim that this is a distortion, this is not me. Because the authentic you is God source energy, observing this entire experience, realizing that you are God source spirit, and everything around you is a reflection of you. You are God, God is you. God is within, God is without. Consciousness is in all matter, all matter. And this is a beautiful quantum reality, adventure, Mother Earth experience, human game, if you will, quantum game. And you choosing to acknowledge that and be empowered in that is the unlocking to alignment of your desires, your dreams. And we want to urge you that when you follow those desires, you are taking a leap of faith, and it takes bravery and trust to know and believe that the quantum field is going to reflect that energy. This is the law of physics. It's going to. That like attracts like in this quantum reality. And what just popped in to share also, like if you have distortion held within, a lot of times you will attract in what you need for a learning in that experience. So if you have self-worth of not good enough, not worthy, those beliefs, you will attract in a relationship that proves that. You will attract in lack. But when you shift into knowing your value, knowing your worth, knowing that you are God source fractal embodied in this human, this beautiful human body, having this glorious human experience, the quantum will attract in that sacred mirroring that you are valuable, you are worthy, you are precious, you are limitless, you are unstoppable. Jody did this with her current relationship. She attracted in this wonderful man that is mirroring these qualities of value, worth, being cherished, treasured. And it is a beautiful sacred mirror. And now that's happening in her business, her life, with friends, experiences. It feels like magic. And the next, we keep saying it's a next book. Your life is going to look completely different. And it takes you aligning to that frequency. No one else can do it for you. And how exciting is that? This matrix reality a lot of times tells you, take this, you will be healed. Do this, try this diet, do this workout. Just because something works for another person does not mean it will work for you. You are highly encouraged at this time to trust yourself so deeply and completely that you don't listen to external sources telling you what to do. If you feel guided to an external source and feel the guidance to try acupuncture, listen to that. If someone tells you you need to do this and it does not feel in resonance, it feels like contraction, that's your answer. Expansion and excitement is your answer to say yes. So, where are you trying to control the outcome? Because we want to encourage you that when you release the control, magic, miracles, blessings can show up in ways that you just feel in awe. And feeling in awe and excitement of this reality brings in more. It's attracting in more of those experiences. So, doing it. You're doing great. We see you. We celebrate you. We love you. If you feel called to join the collective, the Heaven on Earth Collective, link is in the bio for Jody. We would love to work with you if you feel that full body yes. And if you'd like to join the quantum energy healing, if that's a full body yes, you do not need to purchase both. If you're in the Heaven on Earth Collective, that healing is included. But if you want to just do the healing, you can do that individually. We love you. We are so excited to be channeling through and reaching you. And we're so excited to see where humanity goes with this awakening of your power so that you can be a pivotal shift in this reality of power coming back to the people, power coming back to integrity, authenticity, inner authority that is coming from a just place with love, care, and compassion for the energies, treating life as sacred because it is. The animals, the plants, this earth, it is all sacred. You are sacred. We are going to leave this message here. We love you, we love you, we love you. Thank you. And until next time. Wow. Okay. I love you guys. Yeah, if you feel called to join, the links are in the bio. I just feel so grateful. It's like, it's a dream come true where I'm at right now. And I feel really excited to be moving into the place of trust again, because when I'm in that place of control, it just creates so much anxiety in myself. So I released a lot yesterday. And I'm sure you're here because you've released a lot with this full moon too. Like, I cried a lot. I just had like funky emotions coming up. And that's how we alchemize the energy. Like, it feels so uncomfortable, but letting it come up and out is the work. You don't necessarily have to know exactly why or what piece is what. You know, it was fun for me to do the cards to gain like, okay, yeah, I'm judging myself and I just need to be me. And that's what always channels through. Like, you just have to be you. Relentlessly authentic. Relentless. You gotta be ruthless with that. Yeah. All right. I love you. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.